Ethereum will moonshot. Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here. And in today's video, an enormous rally is coming to Ethereum as a result of the fact that the Ethereum ETFs could be going online as soon as Tuesday of next week. In just the last 7 days, a number of different cryptocurrencies are up over 30%, and a massive Bitcoin bull market is currently forming. I firmly believe that a huge rally is coming in the later half of this year, and Ethereum is going to lead that. So today, I'm going to be showing you why Ethereum might be about to go to between $11,000 and $15,000 in just the next 12 months. If you want to see where Ethereum's going, why I think it might go there, and where we should begin taking profits, and how we should do that, then you found the right video. So without much further ado, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. The story thus far is as follows. The Ethereum ETFs have been approved following the successful approval of the Bitcoin ETFs. Those ETFs for Ethereum are coming online soon. The S1 applications needed to be filed by the 8 filings, and after those have been approved, then we will see the Ethereum ETFs start trading on NASDAQ, New York Stock Exchange, and the CBOE. With this headline that the SEC has given the early okay for the Ethereum ETFs to start trading potentially as soon as next week, that has led to an enormous rally in Bitcoin and its cryptocurrency compatriots. A 40% rally on XRP in just 7 days. A 36% rally on Internet Computer in just a week. Further, over the last 7 days, Bitcoin has rallied 11% and Ethereum has rallied almost 10%. Solana's up 10%, and so is Dogecoin, with Cardano being up 15%. And so today, I'm going to share with you where I believe that Ethereum is going to go in this bull market based on historical analysis, because we always want to have a logical train of thought behind price predictions so we don't just get into moon boy territory. You see, technical analysis is the art and the science of determining what a market's going to do in the future based on what we have seen it do in the past. It's a little bit like if you know somebody that lies a lot, you can kind of expect that they might lie to you again, but if you know somebody that has been honest even to their own detriment many times, then you can kind of predict that they'll probably do that again in the future because that's their character. So when we analyze what has happened before in the market, then we can predict what it will probably do again in the future because we understand its character. And the character of Ethereum is one of increasing bullishness over time because it is a leader of the decentralized finance space. Looking at Ethereum here on the linear chart, you can see a trend of massive rallies that have been happening on Ethereum for the better part of a decade. And if we look at something called the Fibonacci extension, we can get some perspective of where Ethereum may be going next. You see, during the last bull market, Ethereum rallied up to something called the 3.618 Fibonacci extension level at $5,000, or more specifically, $4,916.70. And this extension level was set based on Fibonacci extension that we could do based on the bear market. The way that Fibonacci works is that we take our Fibonacci tool over here. It's called Fib retracement on TradingView. We pull back from the all-time high to the bear market bottom. So for Ethereum, that was a high of roughly $1,400 in January of 2018 to a bear market bottom of roughly $83 in late 2018, early 2019, and then that gives us this Fibonacci extension. Now, Fibonacci extension is based on the Fibonacci sequence. When you add together the last two numbers in the sequence and you get the next number, that's called the Fibonacci sequence. So you start with 1 and 1. When you add those together, you get 2. When you add 1 and 2 together, you get 3. Then when you add 2 and 3 together, you get 5. 5 and 3 is 8. 8 and 5 is 13, 13 and 8 is 21. I'm doing this from memory, but that's 34, and then after that is 55, and then it goes on, etc. If you divide those numbers, then you come out with the Fibonacci numbers. These are ratios of the division between the numbers in the Fibonacci sequence, and that's where you get the numbers of 0.236, 0.382, 0.5, 0.618, 0.786. Well, Fibonacci also has something called phi, which is also known as the golden number, the golden ratio in mathematics, and it is 1.618. Well, when you add numbers to that, you get 2.618 and 3.618. This is essentially 161.8% extension from 1400, 261.8 extension from 1400, and 361.8% extension from 1400. I know I'm getting technical here, but track with me. This is the same thing as saying from $1,400, we have rallied 61.8% to get to the 1.618 level. Does that make sense? And then to get up to the 2.618 level, we rally roughly 161% or so. And so Fibonacci extension gives us levels that we can predict based on historical trends as to where the market's going to go. And when you do the Fibonacci extension on Ethereum's bear market here in 2018 and 2019, we find that the Fibonacci extension perfectly called the $5,000 all-time high that we saw happen here in November of 2021. Well, what do you say we do the exact same thing on the bear market that we just went through? Well, the 3.618 Fibonacci extension, which is where we rallied to in the last bull market, sits at $15,515, the upper range of our price prediction. Now, we've also got to factor in diminishing returns, and we've got to factor in the ETF, which has never happened before. On the one hand, the ETF is expected by Bitwise to bring in $15 billion of inflows in the first 18 months. Our source being right here from CoinMarketCap, Bitwise is projecting $15 billion of inflows for these new funds within the first 18 months. However, on Bitcoin, we saw $15 billion of inflows coming into Bitcoin within 6 months of launch. And with the meteoric success of the Bitcoin ETFs, I honestly expect probably just as much inflows in the Ethereum ETF as was in Bitcoin, even though Ethereum has lower market capitalization than Bitcoin does, which means I'm anticipating in the first 3 to 6 months that you'll see another $15 billion of inflows coming into Ethereum, which will help drive us to the upside. On the other hand, we do need to again remember that there are diminishing returns, and Ethereum going to $15,000 would result in about a $2 trillion market capitalization, which is higher than Bitcoin's current market capitalization. So $15,000 seems a little bit high, but it's possible. So if we need to tone our price prediction down a little bit, how would we do that? Well, from a Fibonacci analysis standpoint, we would simply look at the Fibonacci extension level below, in which case is the 2.618 level. That would be like Ethereum going to 35.76 in the last bull market, which off of the bottom of the bull market would still have been a 9,000% return. In our case, for this bull market, the 2.618 Fibonacci extension sits comfortably at $11,469.40. My price prediction for the end of this bull market. From where Bitcoin trades right now up to the 2.618 is a 236% rally. That means that you are more than tripling an investment on Ethereum. Again, if that occurs, which I think it will. So what should we do to take advantage of this price prediction? Because if we just sit here and do mental gymnastics about where we think Ethereum is going to go, then that's cool to talk about in the water cooler. And if it does it, then I get brownie points and a pat on the back. But if we don't actually do something with that information, then we're honestly just kind of goofing off. What's the point here of a price prediction if we're not going to use it? So how should we invest for this market in the long term? Long term, I highly encourage all of you to go hashtag back to basics, get it trending, and start your dollar cost averaging in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Hold it for at least 7 years. If you held Bitcoin or Ethereum for 7 years at any point in the history of the entire space, you would be in profit right now. At any point. Buy Bitcoin and Ethereum on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Hold it for 7 years and don't touch it. Do that before you do anything else in cryptocurrency. Before you do anything else other than doing some basic research on the space, that is the first thing that you should do. However, there is a possibility for you to trade this market particularly, and that's what I really want to hone in on today. If you want to trade this market in particular, it's not a bad call to go ahead and dollar cost average into Ethereum over the next month or two, maybe even put a lump sum in right now with the anticipation that you will sell it at the top. And so our teaching on how we should sell the top of the bull market goes like this. Through our technical analysis, we want to come up with a price prediction, which we have now done. We're calling for $11,469 on Ethereum. Then we want to roll that back probably about 25 to 30%, and that's where we'll start our selling. The logic goes that I want you to be in the habit of selling and taking profits before you hit the all-time high so that when you're close to all-time high, you can start selling even more. We're going to sell a little bit at first, but we're in the habit of selling it on a weekly basis, and then we're going to take the majority of our profits as close to the top as we can and not sell it all too early or too late. In our case, 25 to 30% south of $11,460 would be between $8,000 and $8,500. So in this case, I would encourage you to acquire Ethereum where you can and begin liquidating it at about $8,000. Here's how you would do that. You would set up the reverse of our investment plan. We have a plan that we teach and we'll be teaching in the Financial Sovereignty Academy when that launches, that the way that you should invest with a plan is like this. Every interval, so every Friday at 2 p.m., whatever, we will invest $100 into Bitcoin and Ethereum on Coinbase or on crypto.com, whatever it may be. When you are liquidating an investment, you flip the script and you say every Friday at 2 p.m. or every Monday at 1 a.m., whenever. I recommend Friday for purchasing, Monday for selling. Those are historically some of the highest prices on Monday. Every Monday we will sell. This time we're not going to do a dollar amount. We're going to do a percentage of the overall portfolio. We're going to sell 1% of the portfolio of Ethereum on Coinbase or on crypto.com, wherever it may be. And we're going to start doing that at our trigger price. Our trigger price, we calculate from being 25 to 30% lower than our price prediction for the bull market. So in our case, we're going to call it $8,000. We will start selling 1% every single week of our Ethereum position. As we get to $8,500, maybe we ramp up and start selling 2%. As we get to $9,500, maybe we ramp up and sell 5% every single week. Remember, the portfolio is growing faster than you're selling it, so you're taking profits off the top and the portfolio is still growing. And then they'll reach a critical mass where it's really high and you say, I'm going to sell 20% this week because, oh my goodness, I'm up 3 or 4x. I'm happy with that. I'm going to take my 3 or 4x, dump it in the stock market, 10x it over the next 30 years. I just made 40x on my money. I'm happy about that, right? I'm going to take this profit, pay off debt. I'm going to take this profit, pay off my mortgage. I'm going to take this profit, buy a rental property. Whatever it may be, that's one of the things we're doing. We're going to take some of these profits and roll it into rental. But that's how you would set up your exit strategy based on this price prediction, and that's what most YouTubers won't tell you, is what to actually do with the price prediction. They'll say, here's where it's going to go, and that's it. I'm going to show you, here's where I think it's going to go. Here's why you ought to consider purchasing it now, and here's how you ought to exit the position so you can do a full trade that actually benefits you. So if you enjoyed that and you want to see more content just like that, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content just like that. At the end of the day, the Bitcoin ETF has been online for about 6 months now, and there have been $16.5 billion of net inflows, and the main reason that it's not more is because a huge amount of value has flown out of Grayscale. That is not a consideration this time with Ethereum. I predict that within 6 months, you will see a $15 billion worth of inflows net on Ethereum. And I firmly believe that's going to lead to an enormous rally on Ethereum, and those of you that get in now are going to be positioned to make the most profit possible. But can I tell you one of the worst things that will ever happen to you? Losing a wallet with your keys because now you can't find your coins. Before you click away, you need to hear this. One of the biggest ways that people get screwed in crypto is that they lose their keys and their entire investment is gone. I'm all for self-custody, but Vault has the perfect balance. When you hold your Bitcoin in Uphold's Vault, which by the way, very trusted company, you have a backup key in case you lose one of your keys. This is called a 2/3 assisted key replacement technology. And what that means is that you've got 2 keys to get into your wallet. Should you lose one of them, the Uphold key can stand in its place, which Uphold holds on to and custodies themselves. The Uphold key can replace the key that you lost, and you can get back into your wallet, which is 100% yours and they don't have access to. This is the best of 3 worlds. Number 1, you're doing cold storage and have access to a trusted cryptocurrency exchange instantly because it's still in the Uphold ecosystem. Number 2, if you lose your key, you didn't lose your coin because Uphold allows you to regenerate the wallet. And number 3, most importantly for many of you guys, you are still in full total control. Uphold is not custodying your assets. You are. They just have the ability to step in and help you should you lose your key. If you've not signed up for Uphold's Vault by now, you absolutely should. Use the link in the description box down below. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Before I go, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.